Somebody definitely having a party downstairs. Good morning. Good morning. Happy night. I usually stream in the morning, but happy night. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. Y'all see the title? See the title. Shout out to Stars, man. Stars, I just seen your stream. I was on my low riding thing. Shout out to Stars. One of my mods just cut off his stream. I was in there. I see you showing your face more. It's a good thing. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. You got a platform. You got to use it. You got a platform. You got to use your platform. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Sounds back. What's up? What's up? Send me a letter for jewelry. I gotta go to jewelry duty. Juror's questionnaire. I don't do the jewelry duty. I don't do the jewelry duty. So I'm gonna fill it out and send it back saying I don't do jewelry duty. No. It's jewelry duty shit. I don't do jewelry duty. I'm gonna send that back. Came in the mail. Came in the mail. I'm gonna send that the hell back. Y'all see the title. So it's Surf for Snitch. That's what's going around town. Some people saying Surf for Snitch. Some people saying Surf ain't told. They saying Surf told when he took the plea. Called to take a plea. You got to make an agreement with such and such, implicating the gang, implicating yourself. So some people say Surf ain't mention nobody. Saturday night, you hear a lot of music and a whole lot of stuff going on Saturday night. Big party going on down here. Cars with music. Just hear a lot going on Saturday. A lot. It's been like this forever. So Surf didn't mention no names. Surf took a plea deal, but in that plea deal, he had to admit to certain crimes. You know what I'm saying? Because out of 6 crimes, he was convicted of 2. You know what I'm saying? So Surf had to take a plea deal, meaning he had to probably admit to some stuff that he did. But it's not just a he thing. When it's when it's Rico, it's a whole gang. So if you take a plea deal on behalf of yourself, some people don't see it that way. Some people don't see Surf taking a plea deal on behalf of himself. They see it as Surf, snitched on the gang to get a lighter sentence. Surf saved himself to get a lighter sentence. So I got a question. Can Surf still win? Can Surf still survive with this snitching allegation over his head? Can he survive? Can Surf still come out here and make noise? Can Surf come out here and still get the bag? Yes, he can. Like, first of all, look at 6ix9ine. Look at YSL Woody. Look at Gunna. They all have snitching allegations. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of snitches out here. Confirmed, some with allegations, that still get into the bag. That still get into the bag. Now, Surf might not be able to do battle rap, because battle rap is spoken word, and they're gonna air out your laundry. They're gonna put that in a form where, you're gonna really understand it. So Surf might not be able to get to a battle rap bag, but snitches in hip hop, they flourish. You know, he might not be a battle rapper no more, but as far as making music and all of that, he could still do that. Look at 6ix9ine and look at Gunna and look at such and such. Look at they said who else? They said just snitch recently. They said Pooh Shiesty. They said Pooh Shiesty is a snitch. Whack 100 got the paperwork on Pooh Shiesty, naming people in the paperwork. Now Surf didn't name nobody in the paperwork. Pooh Shiesty named people. You know what I'm saying? So Pooh Shiesty is a confirmed snitch. That's what they got paperwork on him. And he came out all hugs and kisses, teeth and palms, straight back to the money, back to the bag. So, this ain't like the 90s where snitches used to get ostracized. Snitches, or accused snitches, depends on who you are. You get a pass, period. You get a pass. Now, in battle rap, it's going to be hard to make a career once you have that dirt on your jacket. It's very hard once you got that dirt on your jacket in battle rap. But anything else, he's good. Surf is good. What? My name is Cage Mueller. I'm a 4-star recruit. Got my first offer from North Texas football. That's what's up, man. So you got an offer for North Texas football, and what position you gonna play? You got your first offer, so that means don't settle down. If it's 1, it's gonna be 2, 3, 4. If you stay on top of your game, Cage Mo, you're gonna have 20, 30 offers. They're gonna be knocking at your door. That's what you want. You want them knocking at your door. You know what I'm saying? So Surf gonna be alright, man. Tay Rock said, I'm still on Surf side. I'm gonna be rocking with Surf. The battle rap community, for the most part, they don't care. I'm talking about the fans. The battle rap fans, they don't care. They don't care. If they like you, you know what I mean? You could be a rapist. They won't care. As long as they like you. Now, Adi Boom, Kid Slay, Bad News, you got Clone. These are all confirmed snitches in battle rap. Adi Boom, Kid Slay, Bad News. clone. Anymore? That's confirmed snitches in battle rap? Nah, just those four. You know what I'm saying? And Q&A, try. What's this, a Q&A sticker? What's this? What's this? A game you're currently obsessed with and why? What is a game you're currently obsessed with, y'all? Answer. Can I do that too? No, I can't answer that. A game you're currently obsessed with and why? That's some new stuff that YouTube just put up, some Q&A and stuff. Okay, I see they keep working. That's how life is. Keep working, bro. Never settle, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Surf gonna be alright, man. You know, Surf gonna be alright, man. Look at Alpo. Look at Poe. Poe did some heavy snitching. Poe came out and people were still rocking with Poe. They're still glorifying Alpo till this day. Till this day. Till this day, people still glorify Alpo. And Alpo was a snitch. He bit the cheese. People still glorified him. So, that don't mean nothing, man. Surf gonna be alright. Surf gonna be alright. Knowing how these people are, Surf will be alright. Stars, what's up, man? I just seen you live, my guy. Shout out to Stars, man. I just seen you live. Yeah, go. You need to go live more. I see you got a nice little community, man. Your chat was moving. So that's what's important when you go live. Your chat moving and the engagement. You do more live like that, you're gonna be good to go, homie. I just seen you, man. You got the fro out. Yeah, man, my hair's that left too, bro. Like I take my hair out, and my hair is that left too, but I got it in 4 big braids. I got it in 4 big braids. But I take my hair out, my hair is down to here. Yeah, I got soft hair, soft curly hair. I take it out, it's down to here. Like Bone Thugs and all that. Yeah, man. Like I don't, like I don't rock my hair out for some reason. Cause I don't know, but I need to. Like I need to rock it back in one. Wear it in one for a day. Yeah, the full braids. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I did it myself. I did it myself. I braid my own hair. I just part it. I get a mirror. Part off the sections. And I braided myself, man. I did this myself. I guess that's why I look so horrible. Yo, I ain't got time to be paying no $50 for no braids, man. I could just do it like this and just braid my own hair. Parting it, section it, throw full braids. Now, when I want to get sexy, I would, I'll do the skinny box braids. Oh, it's not horrible. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, but when I want to get sexy, I would do the skinny box braids. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I just want 4 big braids. Keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So like I braid my own hair. I braid my own hair, and I cut my own sides. So like I cut my sides too. So I do my own cutting, and I think it's about time that I shave off my sides again. I got lazy with it, but yeah, man, I cut my own hair too. So not only do I braid my own hair, but I cut my own hair. perfect line and symmetry, perfect, even. I cut my own hair. So, you know what I'm saying? I saved me a lot of money from the stylist. It saved me a lot of money from the barber. You know what I'm saying? So, saves me a lot of money. Yeah, man, you gotta do both, bro. I cut my own hair. I braid my own hair. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. I got a mirror. Nah, you don't need that, bro. I don't need that, bro. You know, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, like I would get a stylist if I wanna, you know, once in a while. You know, well, I want some cornrows, cause you know I can't do cornrows, but you know I could do box braids. Anybody could do box braids, but cornrows, if I want some cornrows or you know some crazy hairstyle, I'll go to the stylist. Definitely, I'll go to the stylist. You know what I'm saying? But it's winter time. You know, winter we keep our head covered. 4 braids and I'm good to go. 4 braids and I'm good to go. Yeah, so I shave my own thing, man. It's about time I cut my hair, but you know I've been playing this Battlefield, and I've been playing these games for, you know, for these games got me in a stupor that you know that I can't do nothing else, man. Winter after, yeah, winter is there you go. You know, like you know to have a bald head in the winter, you know that's something that I don't like. You know, cause I had the bald head. You know, I had the low haircut. I had the seizure. I had the bald head. At one point in my life, I had the bald head. You know what I'm saying? That was, man, that was years ago. I remember I had no hair, straight bald head, straight bald head, bro. And even then, I shaved my own head. I cut my own hair. So I've been cutting my hair for like over a decade. So I had the bald head. I had the waves. I had dreads. You know, I had dreads in around 2004, 2005. You know, I had dreads, but you know, I had dreads for like probably a couple months, close to a year. You know, before I cut it, the dreads were short-lived, very short-lived. No, where there wasn't no dreads to the point where it was down here and I had dreads like Chief Keef or I had dreads like Bob Marley. That wasn't the case. It wasn't no Bob Marley dreads. Well, it wasn't no Chief Keef dreads, but it was just dreads for like a month, probably a month. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I remember I was so young. You know, just a spur of the moment. Get dreads, and you know, so I had all kind of hairstyle, free the dreads. Yeah, I had everything, man. I had all hairstyles, dreads, waves, bald head, had the braids. But this was always my style. The braids with the sides faded. Like I, you know, like I've been doing the braids with the side faded before it was a popular thing. You know, I'm talking about 1998. I've been doing the braids with the sides faded, just like this. You know, I've been doing this since 1998. 1998. I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, braids with the fade. I've been doing that since the 90s, bro. No lie. I've been doing that since the 90s, bro. That's my thing. Anybody know me for that. Braids with the fades, bro. The nice clean fades. So when I take my hair out, you know, it's not like an afro. It's like more, you know, it's more controlled, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's faded. So it's like a natural flow back hairstyle. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my style. You know what I mean? And you know, shout out to Stars in the building, man. Stars is the stars, man. Stars gonna be a model. So I got a model in my chat, y'all. a model. That's one of my mods. You know what I'm saying? He's a model, man. You know, he could model. He got the face for this stuff and all of that, man. The girls is knocking down his door. That's stars, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We took all, yeah, man. It took them all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had them all. Girls used to fight to braid my hair. They used to fight to braid my hair. And like once I cut my hair, I remember, cause like I said, I got beautiful hair. I cut my hair, without telling them. They was mad at me, boy. I remember they was mad. Like, you cut your hair? They was so mad at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was younger. You know, they was mad when what? That's when you know you got good hair, and they love to braid your hair. And you cut it, they get mad at you, yo. I'm like, it's my hair. Why you mad? You mad that I cut my hair? I don't get that. It's just my hair. You can still like me with short hair, but that's not the case. Girls love guys with long hair, especially if it's nice and soft. They they like it. Girls act, yeah, man, yeah. Girls actually do, yeah, man. Stars, you a model, man. Stars is a model. We got a model in my chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man. But yeah, man. I was taking all the girls. I was taking them all, man. I had all the girls. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I was the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I was the ladies, man. And I always went by the name KVR. Like any girl I met, even when I was like 17, 18, I went by this name, KVR. KVR is my player name. You know what I'm saying? Like cave the girls. Yo, ain't no Mike. I am gonna cave the girls. I am gonna cave the girls. But that's at one point, bro. I'm 44. I'm 44 right now. Like I don't look 44, but I'm 44. I'm retired. I'm not a player no more. I'm not a coach. I retired my jersey in the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't fool around and do all that stuff no more. I'm too old for it. I'm in my 40s. So like all of this stuff I was doing 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Some of y'all wasn't even born. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all wasn't even born when I was, running around, kicking up dust and you know, eh, you know. So I'm very seasoned. Man. I'm like a Yoda. I could give you a lot of wisdom and insight, and that's what I do. For the young folks. I would have thought you would have been in a. Nah, I'm in my 40s, man. I'm 44, man. 44 years old. You know what I'm saying? 44. It's just I've been working out my whole life. I live an active lifestyle. And you know who is 58 years old? You know who's 58, bro? I'm like, what? She's 50. Yo, Lisa Ray, Diamond from the Players Club. She is 58 years old. She came out in some spandex, doing some commercial with Clarissa Shields. Lisa Ray is 58 years old. Bro, she don't look no older over 30, son. She still look like a young Diamond from the 90s, y'all. From the I'm like, yo, I hope my lady in her 50s, in her 60s, will look like Lisa Ray. And I seen a grandmother that's 70 years old look like she's still in her 30s, bro. I'm like, yo, when I'm older, I need my girl to look like them, bro. Gang shit, bro. She's 58. She look like she's in her 30s. I need my woman to look like that. Need my woman to look like that. I'm like, yo, I had to Google it, bro. I had to Google it because somebody in the comments said Lisa Ray is 58. I had to go Google that. Yo, Google, how old is Lisa Ray? Lisa Ray is 58 years old. I'm like, damn. I didn't know she was that old. I'm crushing on a cougar because I'm young. I'm crushing on a cougar. Lisa Ray got me about 14 years old. So by the time, damn, I was crushing on a cougar. And that's a beautiful cougar. I need my cougars to look like Lisa Ray. Please. Come on, man. Lisa Ray gonna be 70 years old, looking like she's in her 40s. She's 50 right now, looking 30. So when she gets 70, she's gonna look 40. Like, damn. I love cougars. Stars got the game right. See? You learn it right, young man. Get an older woman. You don't want these young, nutting females, man. They ain't gonna give you nothing but headache. You know, the sex might be good, but the headaches is gonna be there. You get a young girl, you are inheriting the headaches that comes with the relationship. You know what I'm saying? A cougar, she gonna cook for you. She knows how to shut up. She know how to play her part. Again, I'm a Yoda that's giving game to the young folks. You know, young girls, the sex might be good, but you're gonna inherit headaches, drama, problems. She's like a feral cat. A young girl is like a feral cat. You gotta tame her. Now, an older woman, she's already tamed from the world, from her experiences. A young girl, she ain't experienced nothing yet. She's still wet behind the ears. It's still Similac on her breath. She just got off her mother titties. So it's like, you gotta tame that. You know? Yeah, I can't deal with younger girls. I feel you, man. I had a few, but the most I dealt with is older women. Shout out to Russia. Shout out to Russia. Slavic. Yeah, but the most I deal with is older women, bro. I don't like the headaches. You know what I'm saying? So I know the younger girls is gonna bring me headaches. I've been there, done that, bro. I had one girl. Every time I want to go hang out with the fellas, right? She would start a fight with me. She would hide my clothes. She brought me some Timberlands, and you know, I was on the fourth floor, and she come to my crib. You know what I'm saying? She come to my crib, got access to my crib. So I tell her, yo, stay here. I'm gonna go out with the fellas. She'd get every time she would get jealous, bro. That's my girl. I want to go outside. You chill. Let me go outside. Let me get my mind right. Oh, she hate that. Always start fights with me. So like I said, she brought me some Timberlands. Now, if you're from New York City, we love our Timberlands. Timberlands is like something that's second nature to New York. So she brought me and she threw these Timberlands out the window in the backyard. I'm on the fourth floor. That's how crazy this. You know what I mean? She took her Timberland. She bought it. She threw it out the window. Just impulsive. I remember one time she smacked me, bang, and broke my shades. Cause I'm in the mirror. You know what I mean? Just time, bro. I'm in the mirror, ready to go outside. Go hang out, look good. So I'm in the mirror, fixing my shades and all of that. Here she comes in the bathroom, smacks me, bang, break my shades and all that. You know, I was so angry, and I ain't OD on her, bro. I ain't hit her back or nothing, bro. I was just angry, bro. Just like, just Yes, she was very aggressive. Yeah, she will fight you. She was she looked good. She was aggressive. You heard? Throw my Timbs out the window, smacking me, breaking my shades, hit me with a bat, almost broke my arm. This was an aggressive woman, bro. Again, the sex was like I said. I'm speaking from my experience. The sex was good, but you inherit the headaches that comes with it. I'm just speaking from my experience. My experience dealing with these young ones. Very aggressive. Hit me with a baseball bat. She stabbed me in the hand, almost cut my finger off. Had to grab the fight with the knife. She stabbed me with the knife. Hit me with a baseball bat. Almost broke my arm. No lies. No lies. Am I the aggressor in that relationship? No. Was I the aggressor? No, I was. Y'all heard what I said. She smacked me. She stabbed me in the hand. She hit me with a baseball bat. Almost broke my arm. She grabbed some Clorox. Almost tried to blind me with some bleach. I had to talk her out of it. She was ready to throw the bleach in my face. Y'all don't even understand the stuff I went through, gang. I'm like, don't blind me. Listen, think about, if you do this, I'm not gonna be. I had to talk. I like, listen, think. You know what I'm saying? Put the Clorox down. Put down the bleach. Don't do this. You blind me, I will not be able to see. And just had to, like, what the fuck? Abusive. And there's one thing you can't do. You can't go to the cops. Can I sit and say, yo, officer, this woman stabbed me. This woman hit me with a bat. This woman been doing this to me. I don't want to go I don't want to go her route because I might hurt her. But she's hurting me. Officer, what do I do? Them cops probably won't take you serious. And they gotta take you serious. Because what if I go hurt her now? What if I just say, yo, I'm done with that. You hit me, I'm gonna hurt you. Now I go to jail? But what about her? She don't go to jail for hurting me, but I go to jail when I react. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope, bro. She could do anything to me, but the me and myself, I'm in handcuffs. The cops be meat riding. The cops will laugh you out the precinct. Like how many men ever went for a restraining order against a woman? That's a valid question. How many men have went for a restraining order against a woman? No funny shit. I'm trying to be serious. How many men went into a precinct? Like, is that even manly? Like, is that even of a man to go get a restraining order against a woman? Can a man do that? Has a man ever did that? What about, I'm outside in the block. I'm on St. John's and Nostrand. She with girls. She's across the street, snapping pictures of me. Y'all. Stalking me, y'all. St. John's and Nostrand. I'm hustling, making my money. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide St. John's. Shout out to that. I'm hustling, making my money. Her and her crazy friends snapping pictures of me, stalking, following me. She following me. I gotta run. I gotta lose her on foot. She's, oh my God, it's just so much. I don't think men have never did that, bro. But this is my experience with young females, y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all, like an older woman would have not have put me through that. No older women shut their mouth. They know how to play their position, bro. They know how to play the position. I learned that. I learned. The older women know how to play their part. They know how to play their day role. So we parted ways like Ben and Daylo. Should have been did it, but I've been in the days though. When your friend business better than the day glow. So stars, you on the right path. Get you a cougar. Get you an older woman who gonna take care of you, man. Cause I had a few women taking care of me, man. You know what I mean? And this was when the chat line was busting. No, it was no face-to-face interaction. It was just straight long distance relationship. But she's sending me money. She taking care of me. And she lived all the way in Florida. Again, this was the game I had. You got that game to, yeah, man, you my wife and you my long distance wife. I need some money. Western Western Union this and woo, 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 woo. I need that, I need this, I need that. I need this, I need that. You know what I'm saying? So I have females that's older taking me that was not from New York. I had them all over Boston, had them in Florida, had them all over, just sending me money all over the place. So this was the chat line. You on the phone. Yo, what's up, ma? You young? You on the phone for? You remember those days? You on the phone for hours with a girl, just chopping it up, and I remember those days, man. Just spitting all the game, and you know what I mean. You just talking your Willy Bobos, man. Oh man, I remember those days, man. Just being young and and in the prime of dating. That's the prime when you dating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, kicking in the phone. Definitely starts kicking in the phone. I had so many girls, bro. So many, bro. I mean, local, long distance, over. They just calling all over. I was worldwide with it. I was all over with it. Word, I had him from long distance even trying to get with the kid. Just felt my lingo over the phone. Oh, damn, that's that Brooklyn talk. That Brooklyn lingo. They used to always tell me they fell in love with the lingo, bro. So I know it's the game you spit. They fall in love with the game, bro. They love the game. They love my game, bro. The game I spit, man. We were certified game spitters, man. I could talk a woman out her drawers. You know what I'm saying? Talk them out their drawers, gang. Come on, man. Yeah, they love. Come on, son. We from here, bro. Stars, we from here, stars. They love how we talk. So anywhere we go with the big NY logo, big NY fitted, they know what it is. NY is in the building. NY is here. New York is here. Word up. They know what it is, bro. Top notch game spitters, bro. But like I said, I retired my jersey. You know what I'm saying? That player days, me running the court, and that's done, bro. I retired my jersey, bro. I went through it all, bro. The threesomes, scrumptious. Can't even talk about the threesomes. I ain't had no foursomes, five sums. Lil Wayne said threesomes. I had five sums. Oh man, yeah, the threesomes. I had, you know, a wild sex life, man. I had a wild sex life. Talking to a girl across the country, she tried to get. Yeah, man. Them is the ones, man. You want to keep a female, out of country and all that. Threesome, slow down. You don't got so bad. Slow down. I say it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Just speaking from experience. Slow down. It's not that serious. Um, don't do it with your girl. If you're gonna have a threesome, I advise don't ever do it with your woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it with your woman. You know, it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool at all. If you're gonna, you know what I mean? You know, I'm just saying, you know, just speaking from an older perspective. Now, you know, if I was 20 years younger, I'll give you, I say go, you know. But from an older perspective, man, you don't want to put your girl through that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put your girl through a situation like that. You know, yeah, I got a heart now. I got a heart. I didn't have a heart 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was Kavion the Menace. Now, this day and age, I'm Kavion the Saint. Okay? I'm a saint. I'm not a menace. I'm none of that no more. No more. You know what I'm saying? We change our ways, man. You can't be like Diddy, 50 something years old and can't control his sexual urges. You see what Diddy's sexual urges got him, bro? Diddy sexual urges almost got him a life sentence. And he lucky. He only got 4 years. No, I mean 3 years plus the time served. Diddy is lucky that his sexual urges only got him 3 years. It almost got him a life sentence, man. Cause you can't control your penis, bro. You wanna freak and do this to everybody, bro. Women, men, just humble yourself. Them threesomes will turn you out. That's what I'm trying to tell you, stars. Yeah, do with your girl. Them threesomes will turn you out. You know what I mean? If you can't, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, bro. Now you don't want a regular sexual thing now. Now all you want is threesomes. You see what I'm saying? It'll turn you out. Now all I want is threesomes. Now I want threesomes every day. It messes up your thinking, bro. So I'm just trying to steer you away from that path, man. You know what I'm saying? That'll mess up your thinking, bro. Because now you want it every day. As opposed to a traditional relationship. You know, these are stuff that we need to tell our young people, man. Because our young people glorify slutting out these women. Slutting out, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a daughter, man. You know, my daughter's 22, 23. You know, like I was a player. And I knew I had to stop that lifestyle. Because I got a daughter. And everything that I did to these women, the universe is going to have done to my daughter, bro. What the hell? You got to think. Every guy that got a girl child, if you still out here, like even Diddy got twins out here. Diddy got 2 girl twins. That's probably like 15, 16 years old. And Diddy's out here peeing on females and doing all kind of debauchery to women, knowing he have girl daughters. What is wrong with Diddy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't be out here slutting out these females and you got a daughter of your own. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't respect any men who will slut out a woman, bro. And you got a fucking daughter at your house. So how would you feel if somebody slut out your daughter? Oh, you don't want that. Then treat people how you want to be treated, bro. That's always been my motto. If you don't want to be offended, don't offend people. You know, you don't want to be robbed, don't rob nobody. You know what I'm saying? Treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah, you don't want that for your daughter? Hell no. So the minute I got a girl child and I held that girl child in my arms, I knew my player days was over. I can't be a player. I can't violate these females. And I have a daughter of my own. It don't work that way. So I'm holding my daughter in my hand. She looked just like me, but just light skin. You know what I mean? You know my, my features, my face, and all of that. But she just a lighter version of me. Like all fathers know their kids. Like the minute your woman give birth and you see that child for the first time, you you gonna know if it's yours or not, cause it's gonna look like you, and you're gonna say, yeah, this my kid, or you're gonna say, nah, this ain't my kid. All fathers know the minute you hold that baby, bro. Like, yeah, this my baby. Look just like me. Like I said, I was holding her. She looked just like me, but just light skin. She has her mother complexion, her mother's skin. She has my features, but her mother's skin. You know. So yeah, I knew the minute I held her, I had to change my life. And I changed my life 20 something years ago. 20 something years ago. 22 to be exact. She's gonna be 23 December 1st. So for 23 years, I stayed out of trouble, and I just been a square for 23 years for my child that I made a promise for. Before she could even speak, I promised her. Before she could even sit up, I promised her, like, I'm gonna change my life for you. I'm gonna change my life. I'm not gonna be in prison. I'm not gonna be this. I'm not gonna be that. And I kept that promise. So it's all about change, bro. What are you gonna change for? What are you gonna change for? Now, if you can't change for your kid, damn, you ain't gonna change for nobody. Like like the minute I held her, bro, I'm like, oh man, this is what life is about. And I'm young. I'm what? I'm about 20 something. 21, if that. I barely made my 20s, and I got my first child. So it's like, super young. But at that point, I'm like, okay, I gotta change, bro. I gotta, you know, I gotta change my life. Gotta change my life. I went to school. I was working, bettering myself. You know what I'm saying? Just bettering myself. You know, went back to school. I dropped out. I went back. You know what I'm saying? Did that. I started working, taking care of family, as a man should. As a man should. That's what life is about. So once my child was born, all that kid shit, I threw it out the window. You did, kid. Yeah, I kept that promise, man, for a better situation. But not just for me, but a better situation for all of us, all around. You know, like it taught me to grow up real quick. I had to grow up real quick because I was still young. I was still running about. But now, look, this girl's pregnant by me. Our baby's coming. I'm still young, immature. I dropped out of high school. Like, what am I gonna do? I have to figure it out. Had to figure it out. That matured me real quick. That turned me into a man overnight. Overnight. All the games, all the kid shit, had to stop it. It's done. It's done. You know what I'm saying? That'll turn you into a man. You got responsibilities. You got this kid that depends on you. This kid that needs you. That'll change your whole outlook on life, man. Your whole outlook. You know what I'm saying? Now you really see what matters and what don't matters. You know. Just speaking to y'all from a father's point of view. Speaking to y'all from somebody who's in his 40s, who's seen a lot in this world. Speaking to y'all from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? You know, they grow up quick though. Kids grow up real quick. Like I said, 22, 23. She lives in Florida. She work. She has a career. She's in a whole different state. She moved away. She's in Florida right now. She's in Pinebrook, working, just living her life. Living her life. But they grow up fast. Real fast. I tell you that much. They grow up real fast. You know what I'm saying? But I've been there. Yeah, man. Share it. Definitely, man. Just sharing it with y'all, man. Just popping it with y'all. Just tapping it with y'all for a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Stars. I seen your live stream earlier. Stars was chopping it up with the people, man. Salute to you, man. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. You got a good support system around you, Stars. You know what I'm saying? And you got the top dog in your corner. Heavily certified out here. Out here, I'm loved. You know what I'm saying? Always keeping it a buck. Definitely, man. You got the top dog in your corner pushing for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Never forget that, man. I come out here, it's all hugs and kisses, and I'm kissing babies out here. I'm like a celebrity out here. In my own hood, I'm a celebrity. Better ask about KVR, man. Again, I go by that name out here. KVR. Anybody know KVR? They gonna call me KVR or they gonna call me Ace. KVR or Ace. That's what I go by out here. You say that name out here, they gonna know who you talking about. Anything else, they don't know. But I gotta go charge up my phone. I'ma holler at y'all. Stars, have a good night. Everybody else, I'ma holler though. My phone about to die. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. I'll tap back in with y'all in a few. Let me spark up this blunt and let me gotta go put some more stuff in my eBay store. Cause I gotta go ship out some stuff Monday. Post office is closed tomorrow. So then I gotta go mail in this stuff for the jury duty. So I gotta send back this Monday, this questionnaire for the jury duty. Fill it out, tell them no thank you. I don't want to do no jury duty. So I gotta go to the post office Monday. I gotta pack this up. I gotta hit up the eBay store tonight. Put up at least 3-4 more shirts, more items in my store. So I'm always working, man. I'm always working. Always working, man. We always working, man. Yeah, they call me for some jury duty, y'all. Jury duty. They call me for jury duty. And now jury duty is when you a jury on a case. Like I don't want to be no jury on no case. So I gotta fill out this, send this back, and reject it. Now if you don't send this back, you go to jail. You go to jail for not doing your jury duty duties. You go to jail for this. So this is very important. I gotta have my green card, my IDs, gonna get that photocopied and put it and send this back to them. Shoot, I don't do jury duty. Send it back to them quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's stupid, bro. Like I'm gonna go to jail for not answering the jury duty questionnaire. Like you go to jail for that, bro. Like damn, they put you in jail for anything. Oh, you want to do this? Put him in jail. You want to do that? Put him in jail. Put him in jail. So for me to not go to jail, because I don't do jury duty, I never do it. So for me to not go to jail, I gotta fill out this questionnaire telling them why not, or not even why not. I just got to put my green card saying I'm not a U.S. citizen. That bars me immediately. The fact that I'm not a U.S. citizen, they're going to leave me the hell alone. So that's why I got to send them a photocopy of my permanent resident green card. Because the fact that I'm not a U.S. citizen, but I'm still allowed here, I got my green card. So I'll send them a photocopy of my green card, my ID, and then they're gonna see I'm not a U.S. citizen, and they're gonna leave me the hell alone until another one comes, couple years later, and I gotta do it again, and I gotta send them a green card showing I'm not a U.S. citizen. Leave me the hell alone. So I gotta do all that Monday. I gotta go get a photocopy of my green card, just so I could show them I'm not a U.S. citizen. Sorry, I don't do jury duty. Everything but putting pedophiles away. Man, you said it. You said it right there. They do everything but put pedophiles away. But again, I don't want to say too much about that because this place is run on that, and YouTube and all of that. They censor things like that. So, but you definitely right, man. You definitely, yeah. It's a lot of work. Yeah, man. You know, like you got to do all of that, man. I thought they would have had me in the system already. Cause this is my first time doing this crap. This is my first time doing that crap, bro. I thought they would have had you in the system, marked like okay. Cause it keeps, I'm like, damn, every few years, I get this jury duty shit. Every few years, they want me in for jury duty. Jury duty. Every few years. Don't you got some in the system that says I'm not eligible for jury duty, man? I gotta go out my way. I hate that. They lucky I had to go to the post office anyway. What I'm talking like it's crazy because I'm talking like the post office is mad far away from me. The post office is right across the street from me. The post office is right across the street, boy. So like when something's selling my store, all I gotta do is go across the street to the post office and ship it out. I got it so easy. I got all the boxes. I got everything I need. So when somebody buys something, I just put it in a box, scotch tape it, go across the street, and it's shipped out. It's shipped out to all my customers. All I gotta do is go across the street. I go in my slippers. I take the box of my slippers. It makes it so much easy, bro. Life is so easy when you figure things out, bro. I don't gotta do much for my customers, bro. You buy from me, you could get it the same day. All I gotta do is go across the street. You pay me my money. I have it in a box. I got boxes here for days. I got all your stuff. I put in a box, 2 seconds, shoot you gone. Yeah, I go in my robe, homie. I go in my robe to the post office. That's how good I got it. It's right there. Post office is right there, bro. So I ain't tripping off nothing, bro. And I know the post office man by name. I've been rocking with this guy for years, man. I love to give him business. I love to support people in my neighborhood, man, with my money. I love to support other businessmen because I'm in the business too. I'm a businessman. So when I see business, I support it 100%. I don't try to shortchange them. No, I make sure I conduct 100% legit business all the time. All the time. I support with my money. I support with my time. I support by sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? These stuff men do. Real honorable men. We support the business in our neighborhoods, man. Come on, man. Shit always keeping us wandering around us. Always keeping up. Sir. So, stars, man, I just want stars to take a page out my book, man. As you still young, take a page out my book, man. Start young. You're on the right path. You're doing the YouTube. So by the time you get, you're going to be monetized. You're going to figure it out. You're still young in the YouTube mindset. I see it. You're still young in the YouTube mindset. I get it. I've been there. As you get older, you realize what YouTube is really about and the seriousness of it. Then you're going to, take it real serious. Have fun now, though. But, take this as a serious thing. You see how I'm just chopping it up, just talking? That's all you got to do. Just talk. Talk what's on your mind. Talk. That's it. Talk. Like, this is my therapy. Like I'm on the couch and like y'all are my shrinks. Like y'all are the therapists and I'm on the couch just talking about what how I feel. So this is like a therapy for me, man. And y'all are my therapists, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I use YouTube. I'm on the therapist couch. Just letting it out. Just let it out, man. That's how you be an efficient streamer. Just let it out. You know what I'm saying? People gonna tap in and they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? The real ones know what it is, man. Real ones know. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say too much about that. But at the end of the day, man, you could carry a conversation for over an hour, man. Over an hour, man, I could just talk, and I could talk for 3 more hours. But I ain't gonna do all that. But yeah, man, I just love to see people make it, man. Yeah, man, you need to tap in more, man, because like I said, man, you could, you got that outlet for the young people, man. The young people want to gravitate towards stars, man. So you can't be scared. You can't be scared, can't be shy. Forget all of that. You know what I'm saying? Forget all of that. Show your face, pop out. Show them it's real. Show them it's real, man. Yeah, an hour. That's nothing though, man. I could go for hours, man. That's what she said. But I could stream for hours. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You know what I'm saying? Show them it's real, stars. Show them like this ain't no fluke. Yeah, I play video games and all that. But, I'm still a person. Yeah, like I might be a gamer, but besides the games, like after I put the game down, this is what I think about what's going on around me in the world. Talk about what's happening in the world around you. Talk about what interests you. Talk about what made you mad. Just come on stream like, yo, y'all, listen, man. Yo, today wasn't a good day, man. You know why it wasn't a good day? Blah, 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 such and such, such and such. Or come on the stream and say, yo, man, today was a great day, man. I had a good day today. Why? Such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, man. Instead of saying pause, we would say that's what she said. So that was a counter to the pause game. They had pause and then they had that's what she said. So people in Brooklyn, especially in my neighborhood, from Brooklyn to Queens, we would said that's what she said. Instead of pause, that's what she said. That was our lingo to the pause. Because it sounds better. It sounds better than saying pause. That's what she said. Yeah, I'd rather say that. That's what she said. Too much lingo, man. Listen, man. That's what she said. Yo, it's a lot of lingo out here, man. It's a lot of lingo that that we picked up, man. Like remember that guy that's Delvin, Welvin the Great, that said these nuts, bro. We was been saying these nuts, bro, in the '90s. This dude got rich off that. He would say something real fast. Like the point was to get the person to say, "Yeah, what you said." So we would say something gibberish, just so you could say, "Yo, what you said." Then we would say these nuts. You know what I'm saying? We was been saying that in the '90s. That dude got rich off it. I'm like, oh, look at this shit. I'm like, look at that. These nuts got him. I'm like, yo, that ain't nothing new. The whole world thought that was new. The whole world thought he made that up. Made that up. I'm like, we was been saying that in the '90s. We was been saying these nuts. Like, we was been saying that, bro. That man got rich off it. That man took that shit on a tour. Welvin, he got ass off of that. He was screwing celebrities off of that. They was bringing him on tour. There was radio like Alpha one phrase, bro, that he didn't even make up. He didn't even make that up. He didn't even he wasn't even born. Welvin wasn't even born when we was saying that phrase, homie. He took it and ran with it. I get it. Cool. He took it and ran with it. But all the OGs know that ain't nothing new. Even that. These nuts ain't got him. That ain't nothing new, man. At least he got bread. Yeah, the whole world. Yeah, man. He got bread off that, bro. I'm like, damn. You could get famous off of one phrase, homie. That's all we known for. The These Nuts guy. That's what you're known for the rest of your life. One phrase, you could get rich. So I sit back and say, what phrase can I make go viral? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want to do too. So any phrase from the '90s, I'm thinking, what phrase that we said in the '90s that could go viral today? They took the These Nuts from us. They took that from us. There's a lot more that we said in the '90s that could go viral. Y'all stay tuned for that one. I ain't gonna tell y'all it here, because that would be stupid. Y'all stay tuned. But there's a lot more phrases that we said. Welvin took one. It's a lot more. And we've been saying them, Howard. Yeah, yo, bro, we used to talk crazy, bro. Like everything only thing that y'all say now that we didn't say was gang. Yo, what up, gang? Yo, what up, gang? Yeah, gang. That's the only thing that y'all got. But we said, yo, that's goofy. All that goofy stuff, clout. We was been saying that. Biggie was rapping about clout in his song. We was been calling people goofy back in the '90s. Those wasn't new. Clout ain't new. Goofy ain't new. That gang is new. Yo, what up, gang? Yeah, gang. Yeah, gang, gang, gang. That's new. We wasn't saying that. Y'all got that. But clout, we been was saying that. Goofy, we been was saying that. What else? What else y'all say now that we've been saying? We've been saying all them things, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that this generation don't care about the stuff. Y'all just want everything for y'all. Y'all think nobody existed but y'all. That's the problem. Y'all think nobody existed but y'all. You know what I'm saying? Swag, we've been saying swag. Swag ain't nothing new. Swag was some old. The '90s was stand on business. Stand on business. Let me see, stand on business. Now that That is, you know, now stand on business I give to y'all. Cause we wasn't saying, yo, yeah, we stand on business, homie. Nah, we wasn't saying that. I give that to y'all. Getting that paper, getting that bag, we was definitely saying that. We was definitely, we're saying getting that fetty, getting that cheese, getting that Skrilla, getting that, what I mean? We was been saying that lingo, the 90s, the Skrilla, the cheese, the bread. The same thing as getting to the bag. We was been saying all that. We was been getting to the the Luciano. We used to call money Luciano. We used to call money paper, bread. Call it Skrilla. You know what I'm saying? Getting the Benjis. Word. Getting the Benjis, getting the big faces. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing but big faces in my wallet, homie. Them big faces. You know what the big faces is? Them hundreds. I don't want nothing but the big faces, the big hundreds. That's all I want. Yeah, man, we used to be on that, man. The big faces getting to the Benjis. The Benjis is the hundreds. Nothing less. No lower value. $100. And you know what I'm saying? The highest value you can have is $100. The highest value. Then that's all I want. Nothing but stacks of hundreds. The highest value. Stack it times 30. Blue bills. Them blue notes. Them blue notes, gang. You know what I mean? That's all we want. You stack it by the stack them. Stack them, bro. Word. Them blue bills. There you go. I like that one. The blue bills. Get to the Benjis. Yeah, man, you got an old soul, man. Stars got an old soul. You can tell stars be around older people. It's good to be around the youth. Because I'm around the youth. Let's not get it twisted. But I had an old soul by being around older people that taught me the game. Now, I'm the older person that's teaching the youth the game. So the game that was taught to me by the elders, I'm teaching, I'm passing along the knowledge. Same thing, bro. I respect the youth because the elders respected me as a young man. As a young man, the elders respected me. So now I'm an elder that's respecting them as a young man. Because I had a good, you know what I'm saying? They taught me how to move in these streets, man, as a young knucklehead. They taught me, man, respect, like the OGs, man, in our time told us, you know what I'm saying, never do no bull crap around babies, elderlies. We was taught to have respect for them, homie. That, you know what I'm saying? That was very critical on our block. On my block. That's all I could talk about. I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about my block. The OGs on my block raised us. You know what I'm saying? Old ladies, babies. You know what I mean? You see an enemy pushing a stroller. You see an enemy with his kid. You see an enemy with his moms, whoever, give him a pass. That was off the bat. Passes was mandatory. Morals. That taught morals. That taught, you know what I mean? That had some kind of stature. Moral fabric. Now that's out the window. The OGs are gone. The OGs are either dead. The OGs are in jail. The OGs done got families, done moved on with their life. The OGs done went squared up. The OGs done left the young people to their own devices. And the young people don't got no what's the word I'm looking for? What's that? Conflict resolution. Yo, what's up, my guy? The OGs got no conflict. The young men have no conflict resolution. They don't know how to solve issues without violence. That's why the hood is so rampant. There's no conflict resolution. See, when we was coming up, the OGs was our conflict resolution. The OGs would say, yo, that's dead, or green light that, or you know what I'm saying? But they would have some common sense. They was older than us. So they had more knowledge of situations. So I see the young people today with no direction. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to give them some insight, man. You know, as much as I can, man. I try to be the OG to these young men. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a father to the fatherless, man. You know what I'm saying? All the young men, I tell them, come lay in my bosom. Come lay on my chest. Me give you the game. You know what I'm saying? Come get your rest here. All the fatherless sons, they gravitate towards me. You know what I'm saying? I give them shelter. I tell them the real, man. For real, man. Well, yeah, I would let people pass it. They would definitely, man. People, with the fam, you gotta get past, man. You see an old lady can't get across the street fast enough, you help her across the street, man. That's what we was taught, man. You help that lady with her bags, man. You don't make old ladies be scared of you, man, because you young and you see an old lady, you want her to be fearful of you, man. I would check you out the gate, man. Don't ever disrespect no elder person like that. These elderly people is the reason you are here to do your stupid shit. The reason you here to do your stupid shit is because of the elderly people who had to suffer and pave the way for us to be goofy. You know what I mean? And I'm saying us, I'm saying me too. They paved the way for us to do the YouTubes and play the PS5s. They had to sacrifice and, your RC, salute. Salute to you, RC. How you doing tonight, man? Everything good? Salute to RC in the building. But yeah, the older people had to suffer, sacrifice. They had to work till they're 65. They had to go through the 65 retirement phase. Now, all the young people, they make way more money now than an old person could ever make. They retiring now. They not waiting for 65 to retire. They cutting that in half. You see what I'm saying? So the old people had to go through the hardship. It's not hard no more. Anybody could make a bag now. But the old people had to go through the hardship for us to get it easy. Show them respect. Show them respect, homie. They had to suffer for us to get it good. And I never took that for granted. I never took that for granted. Somebody had to suffer for me to get it easy. Somebody had to suffer for me not to have to retire at 65 and do all that. I ain't got to do that no more. We cut that retirement time in half. Come on, gang. This the era. You know what I mean? You better look around you. Everybody get into a bag. I mean a bag. You better look around you. This ain't, nah. You talking millions overnight. Holla at your boy. You could fill up your bank account overnight. Holla at your boy. You look at your bank account, you see all them zeros. Holla at your boy. It wasn't like this in the 90s. It wasn't like that in the 90s, man. Somebody had to suffer for us to have it easy, bro. So, acknowledge the people who had to suffer, bro, for you to have it easy. Just enjoying the rainy night and chilling, bro. Staying out the way can be a blessing. Yeah, it's raining over there where you at. Yeah, we have a a regular night. No rain, no clouds, just a regular Saturday night. If you listen, it's music going on around me. It's it's a lot of noise going, cars and down over here somewhere. I hear loud music playing. Oh, this tattoo looks sick, right? This was the last tattoo I got. So, I got 13 tattoos, y'all. I got 13 tattoos. 13, 1 3. This was the last tattoo I got. This looks sick. See? Now I even got tattoo up here. I even got tattoos up here. But this the last one I got. This tattoo looks sick still. It looks sick. I love it. Yeah, but this was the last tattoo I got. I got 13. I got some over here too. All over here too. All up here too. Lone wolf. This is my lone wolf. See the wolf? It's a lone wolf, baby. I'm always lonely. I'm a lone wolf in this world. So I've been repping lone wolf, man. Wolf gang, been repping the lone wolves. A lot of people who depend on EBT will be upset next month if the government shut down pussy. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? EBT and all that, bro. You depending on the government, bro. Like, it's okay to get that stuff, but damn, you gonna be on that thing your whole life? You know what I mean? You gonna be on that thing your whole life? Then I heard they're about to start cutting people timers. Yeah, listen, man. 3 years at a time, they cracking down. Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. Especially if you poor. If you poor in this place, you're gonna have it hard. Poor people have it hard, bro. They put more taxes in the poor neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like the rich neighborhoods, is really no taxes on the items. Everything is super cheap. The Woodburys, the stores, the outlets is over there in the suburbs. So you want to buy cheap clothes, quality clothes, you got to go to them. That's what they do, bro. Like the hood is an experiment for them. We like to experiment. They experiment on the hood. They do everything to the hood. They just, they don't care about the hood. So they cracking down. Hell yeah. They don't care about the hood. They don't care about poor people. Not one damn. That's why the taxes are so high. We the poorest, but we pay the most taxes and it's like, damn, why is everything so high in the ghetto? But everything is so low in the suburbs. Pay attention, man. Pay attention. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention, bro. The rich get tax breaks, tax write-offs. The rich. You know what I'm saying? They get favors. Because the world caters to the rich. The world caters to the rich. And it hates the poor. It hates the poor. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that's what it's about. But you judge a society on how they treat the poor people. That's how I see a society. I judge a society on how they treat the poor, not how they treat the rich. How do they treat the poor? That's how I judge them. On how they treat the people who really need it. But y'all, I gotta go. Let me go charge up my phone. I really appreciate y'all for being here this night. We really chopped it up, man. This was a good talk, man. Good speech. I gotta come back on, man. But it might be in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go hit up my eBay store. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go put up more stuff on my eBay store. I got some more shirts that I gotta put up. I got some more items that I gotta put up tonight. Like, I don't play. Like, even 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, I'm working. Gotta stop eating candy, man. Candy giving me pimples. You know, not pimples, but you know, that's from candy. You know, I got to slow down the candy, but my phone is on 5%. You know, my phone just went dark. It's on 5% now, but I got to charge on my phone. Yeah, I got to stop eating candy. You see that? Got a little bump right here, bump right there. You know, we just got to take care of ourselves better, man. Just got to take care of ourselves, man. You know what I mean? Stars, RC, I appreciate y'all, gang. Everybody who came into the channel, everybody who was low riding, I appreciate y'all too. Shout out to the low riders, man. Cause when I go into a chat, sometimes I don't talk. I just listen. So, so I don't knock the people who don't comment. But y'all being here, y'all low ride. I respect that. Cause I'm the same way. You know, I don't really talk in live chats. But the fact that you here, it's enough for me. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the low riders. I definitely appreciate the mod gang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is, man. But my phone on 5%. It's dark over here. It went dark. So I don't know if it's dark for y'all. But I wish I could go on longer. I wish, man. I could just talk forever, man. And just stare at myself in this phone camera. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind looking at myself for hours. I don't mind doing that. But I gotta go. Mod gang, we out. Y'all have a good night. It's your boy KVon, and I'm signing out. Pew!